Hey, hello everyone, French Vinyl coming on another video. Hope you guys are okay. And yeah, first of all, I'm gonna start with making not one but two shout outs. First for my friend Brian and Brianic Robot, as he's about to celebrate in a very cool manner having 1,000 subs, so hitting the 1K subs mark on his channel. Just check earlier on, he's just shy of maybe 5 subs, which is nothing. So if you never heard of Brianic's Robot's channel, check it out, give him a subs. He needs to reach that milestone in a very quick. And secondly, Richard S, a good surprise. Richard has been following with diligently our streams, you know, like I saw him commenting on a numerous of shows from myself, Steve from All Over the Stage, Rob, Northern Revolution, Alex Beer and Vinyl, and he decided finally to start his own VC channel. Welcome on board, Richard. We are a big family, as I said, and yeah, very interesting. Give him a sub. Check his video out. Pretty interesting. He made I think first video he introduces himself, and the second one very interesting, by the way, Richard. A thread. Yeah, 5 records that could define your collection. So yeah, I will maybe be tackling this challenge a little bit later, as today's video is all about my purchases I made. So yeah, the vinyl haul August last month. It's been a pretty busy time. Me, yeah, I took 2 weeks vacation, so I will be reviewing all the purchase I made once there, since I met up with Sébastien, AudioStop Disquaire, on my holiday, on my way to holiday, and yeah, I met up with Dom, Seeking a Thread. Yeah, he came over to Montreal. We spent like a couple of hours together digging vinyl at 33 Tours, and I started. Yeah, last but not least, I started my secondary channel, a German-speaking part channel, Klangwellen im Orbit. That's the name of the project, so to say. So to be closer to share my experience with my German friends. The German vinyl community rocks. I have a lot of friends in the German-speaking part of Switzerland, in Germany as well. So yeah, this is a new project to me. So I know a lot of you guys speak German or are from Germany, so if you never heard of so just go check it out. So yeah, without further ado, I will start with the first batch. I have lots of records to show today. First batch, yeah, with Dom, Seeking a Thread. So yeah, we were like digging 2 hours at 33 Tours. I found. He made a great video about his trip, by the way, so go on Dom's channel, Seeking a Thread, and with cool insert, and you can see his trip to Montreal. So yeah, this is the first I found in the au 33 Tours. You know, you always find something really interesting. This is Blues Creation with Carmen Mackie, the blues, heavy blues, hard rock, early 70s, 71, this one from Japan. And yeah, I was introduced to Blues Creation on a trip I took last May at the store I used to go to back in the days when I was still living in France, and this guy introduced to me with a cool live album of Blues Creation, and I instantly fell in love with the sound they had. They were pretty busy, like doing lots of festivals in Japan back in the days. So yeah, I found this copy. This is a reissue. I think an OG costs around $500-600. So yeah, it's a great reissue, by the way. So I just took it back home. Carmen Mackie, half American, half Japanese. She later worked with Carmen Appice, I never knew how to pronounce, and Kazuo Takeda. He formed the band, and he later joined or worked together with Felix Pappalardi of Mountains. So really interesting first record. Next one I found at Au 33 Tours. This is my newest rabbit hole. So yeah, this is some tribal music of Ethiopia. They have very good world music sections at Au-33 Tours. And yeah, I recently had the discussion with Fred Big Star 1000, and he sent me some link on some playlist, and yeah, I really like not everything, because I'm not an expert, by the way, but what I discovered so far from Ethiopia, the mulatu of Ethiopia, this is more tribal things. This is something when you know about the more, you know, the soundtrack more, Pink Floyd, the tribal songs you can hear at the end of the record. This is in a way the same. Yeah, I would say the same feeling. So this is something really interesting. And now I found something local. I've been on the lookout for years. This is an OG press from the band called Poland. And Poland, they were from Montreal. This is a Prog Québécois, 76 symphonic Prog, alias Genesis, self-titled and only album. And yeah, it's always nice to find more treasure from the log. They recently, this Au-33 Tours, they I think they partner with the label Return to Analog. We'll try to put some picture, and they recently, all these classic hard rock or prog rock from the 70s from Quebec are now available, have been reissued lately. So, but this is an OG, and it's interesting. Okay, now and something different. As you know, I took a cool trip. I went on a road trip to the Gaspé Peninsula, and the first stop was in Rimouski, and there were this little store with books, with new releases, mainly new releases, but they had like maybe 5 or 6 bins for used records, and this is something got me once again. Fred Big Star 1000, we made a stream together, and the Teardrop Explodes. Julian Cope, this guy, he wrote a book about the krautrock. He made his own guide in the 90s, and this is maybe an homage or a tribute to the psychedelic late 60s. This is an album from 1984, 1994 something, 1984, and I found paid 30 Canadian dollars. It's an OG UK press from the 80s though, so I just took it back home. So I finally arrived at Sébastien's AudioStop Disquaire place, and the reason why I got to know about store, he has a channel, a YouTube channel, and another friend from the French vinyl community, so Ben Vinyl Mood. So he once said, hey, you should check it out. This guy just opened a store. He's in Quebec, so not too far, and I've been following him ever since, realizing his store is exactly on my way to my holidays destination. So I decided to swing by. And then I stayed like 2 hours discussing with Sébastien. A great place, by the way, lots of cool references. I went pretty heavy on the local stuff, as you will see. I cleared probably 80% of my, not the entire want list would be great, the prog rock Québécois, so the local progressive music stuff, as he was packed with some cool copies, cool references, so without further ado, let's start with the first of all the records I bought at AudioStop Disquaire. Firstable, this one, and this I never knew about this band, and prior hitting off on my on vacation, Julie Musique. She follows my channel. She had written a comment during a live stream I was hosting when we were talking about a rock band from Quebec, and she's the one who mentioned Dionysos and Champignon. And as it happens, I asked Sébastien, hey, do you have some Dionysos? And he had this one. This is not progressive. This is proggy. This is early, like really early 70s. Released in 1970. Blues, psychedelic hard rock album, with some early area hip influence. So if you like fuzz guitar, crazy organ parts, this might be appealing to you. So this is Le Grand Jeu by Dionysos. And then a band, and what a band, one of the most iconic band, and yeah, a few words. Whenever we talk about progressive rock in Montreal in the 70s, especially during the second half of the decade, the rock scene was, the prog rock scene was really like buzzing. And yet this band, I know Stunty doesn't like when, you know, all the records you need to know, you must have, blah, blah, blah. Let's put it like this. If you ever decided to embark upon the prog rock Quebecois journey, it's not bad to start with this one, or with this band. Harmonium, led by incredible singer-songwriter, guitar player Serge Fiori. It all started in as they were playing in front of, I don't know how many people, in the Saint-Jean Festival, 1973. They got this, they secured a record deal with Polydor, released this one following year, 74, which is pretty folk, this one. And they moved toward more prog territories. Definitely this one, it's simply beautiful. Si on avait besoin d'une 5e saison, if we had the need of a 5th season, often we often called it 5th season, so 5 saisons. And yeah, as I said, more prog. They hired Pierre Degnaud playing flute and saxophone, and Serge Loca playing keyboards. So only the song Histoire sans parole is a perfect example of a symphonic prog suite. Then had another record deal with CBS Canada and started and be more rock with drums and electric guitar. And starting to work to this very ambitious, double ambitious concept album, Liptad. Interesting, that has the 7 levels of consciousness as a topic, so pretty ambitious, right? Visited through the metaphor of the schedule of a typical day, yeah. So pretty ambitious, but it's a success. It has inspired melodies, satisfying musical arrangements, and a clever balance between, you know, acoustic, intimate moments, rock, electric climaxes that are typical to prog, and touching vocal parts by Serge Fiori. Once again, some member of the Montreal Symphony Orchestra participated. It sold over 200,000 copies. They spent, I think, the next 2 years touring across Europe, opening for Supertramp in 76. So yeah, this is a must-have. Yeah, probably this is a must-have. And yeah, the release of Liptad in November 76. This coincided with the peak, so to say, of the Montrealer scene, the prog scene, practicing the art of prog rock in an array of different form, different nuances, just like, you know, Contraction playing a more jazz fusion rock type of stuff. And the second one from Manège, so this is Les Porches. I had already found earlier this year this one, Les Porches, and yeah, this is a great brass and percussion albums. You know, so the biggest element of that one is certainly a bold and rich instrumentation aesthetics. So this will be appealing to you if you like this kind of prog rich sound, symphonic sound. So, and then another band, Procreation. So Morse Code. Yeah, they were like psychedelic at their beginnings, moved to our more prog. Yes, Genesis, Procreation is probably one of their best albums. And yeah, by the way, Au 33 Tours, I think they helped to there is this label, Return to Analog. So all these iconic albums from the 70s has recently been reissued. So pretty easy to find, to get a hold of a reissue. So, and yeah, Slush. That's another band from Quebec City, inspired by Gentle Giant, but a bit more symphonic. So yeah, you see, I found lots of great stuff. Villemort Blues Band. Villemort, that's a district in Verdun, so in Montreal, between Saint-Henri and Pointe-Saint-Charles. And this is pretty more common to find. Their studio album. This is our live album. Fuses rock, jazz, Latin, early Caravan, Santana stuff, and prog rock. And lots of these members played later on harmonium or contraction. So pretty festive, pretty joyful, pretty cool. Oh, and interesting one as well, Le Temps. This is folk. This is typically folk. Pierre Daigneault, who participated in harmonium, played on that one as well. Two members from Dionysos, because Dionysos, they were in a sort of hiatus when Prog was like in a climax in Quebec, and it has often been compared to the first. Yeah, this one. Yeah, so we often compare. Yeah, so, and I think they didn't have a lot of success because people thought, hey, they were like, it was like a little bit too close of this one, as in this really the same kind of folk in a way. So, and last but not least, something different, very different. I didn't have a copy of that one, so this is an Italian press. This is the iconic movie by Ennio Morricone, one of the first one when he started to do concrete music, according to Stunty. So thank you for letting me know about that. You know, Stunty is a big music concrete expert. And everyone knows about this topic. Everyone watches the movies, and I didn't have a lot of soundtracks in my collection, but when I found a very clean copy, Italian pressing, so I just took it back home. And last but definitely not least, a very good surprise. This is a Bubble Puppy. This is a Gathering of Promises. This is a psychedelic rock, acid rock from 1969. If you like, blast of feedback, first tone guitar, tight harmony, inspired maybe by the Byrds, Fifth Dimension era or Beatles' White Album. This might be appealing to you. A very good surprise. I had no idea about this band, and Sébastien, and he played his album. So yeah, I was curious about that, and I really liked, so I just took it back home. So this is it. Hope you like it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next chapter. Bye bye.